Mitch McConnell gave a speech on the floor of the Senate just now and said this.
Our nation's highest court finished its term. It was an absolutely historic series of victories for the American people and for the Constitution. The single best Supreme Court in nearly 70 years since Brown versus Board overturned Plessy in 1954. For the first time in modern history, there is a textualist and originalist majority on the court. Justices who understand that the job of a judge is to follow the law as it is written, who understand they're there to faithfully apply what our statutes and our Constitution actually say and leave everything else to the people and their elected representatives. This is the kind of judiciary that the rule of law requires, that our system of government demands, that a diverse society needs.
Mitch McConnell just called the decisions reached by the Supreme Court to be a historic series of victories. He called the Supreme Court to be the single best Supreme Court in 70 years and said this is the kind of judiciary a diverse society needs. So let's take a look at those rulings. Roe v. Wade was overturned and now the government controls a woman's body and her right to make decisions about her reproductive health. In overturning Roe, the Supreme Court in essence abolished our constitutional privacy right. So say goodbye to privacy from the government, banning contraception, banning same-sex marriage, those are up next. The Supreme Court ruled that the EPA can't enforce rules to help with climate change. The Supreme Court ruled that states like New York can't enforce common sense gun regulations for concealed carry of weapons, as we see mass shootings being carried out in our country every single day. The Supreme Court ruled that state governments that give subsidies must also give the subsidies to religious groups, and that teachers or coaches can direct prayer on school grounds, violating separation of church and state. The Supreme Court has consistently found that legal tests used by courts which focus on the effect of policies today should not be followed, and instead of an effect test, we should focus on a history test to decide what our founders would have done today based on the historical interpretation of the 6 radical right-wing Supreme Court justices, which only comports with a version of history that they believe. The Supreme Court has permitted elections to be influenced by dark money and has not stopped racist gerrymander maps, but encouraged them. And when Mitch McConnell says that this is the type of Supreme Court a diverse society needs, let me tell you what he really means. See, Mitch and the radical right GOP, they don't want a diverse society unless they can control it. So when Mitch is saying that this Supreme Court is what a diverse society needs, he's saying that the court is needed to throw out the outcomes which would take place if the will of the people could have their way in favor of people who look like Mitch McConnell or who espouse his radical ideology. This Supreme Court, with its 6 radical extremists on all the issues that I mentioned, a woman's right to choose, responsible gun ownership, separation of church and state, climate change, election integrity, the list goes on, have made rulings that are against the will of the American people. This speech by Mitch McConnell is him boasting about him screwing you over, taking away your rights, taking away your freedoms and those of your family and friends. He's mocking you. He's mocking us all. So this is the question. Will we let him? Will we? Will you? Will you go about your day after watching this video and think nothing can be done and put your head in the sand? Or will you join us? Will you join the MeidasTouch community who defend democracy? We need your voice. We need your passion, your resilience to get out and defend our freedoms and defend our democracy and defend yourself and your family from people like Mitch and people like the MAGA cult. We appreciate you. Please make sure to subscribe right now to the MeidasTouch YouTube channel. Become a member of the Meidas Mighty. Join the movement. Subscribe now. Thank you.